3 days ago, I purchased this NFT for 0.389 Ethereum. And today I sold it for 0.54 Ethereum to make a small profit of around about $200 to $300. Now I do this multiple times a day. And over the last 3 weeks, I've made an average of around about $400 per day flipping NFT. And what I'm going to do in this tutorial is show you this exact strategy that I use. And it's really simple to understand. And what you can do is you can go and make multiple sales per day and make profits with NFTs. Now, out of all the methods that I've tried, I found this the best to give me a consistent profit every single day. So instead of going and trying to find big profit wins, I'm going out and finding small to medium profit wins, and they're stacking up, and I'm making good money every single day with this method. All right, now before we jump into this tutorial, guys, if you want to potentially win access to every single one of my courses, all you've got to do is smash that like button, find the emoji in this video. Once you find that emoji, comment the emoji in the comment section. I pick a winner that gets announced in the next video. Let's jump into the tutorial, and I'll show you exactly how I've been flipping NFTs for profit every single day. All right, guys, so this is going to be a really quick guide on how I'm making money with NFTs. Now, this might not work for everybody, but this is what I've been doing to basically make money with this type of stuff. Now, I'm kind of like, I do hold long-term and stuff, but I do like to mess around and flip NFTs as well. So it really just depends on what you want to do. But what I do is I hold rare NFTs and I flip the ones that are some that are kind of rare and some that are not so rare. And I'll explain to you everything in this tutorial. Now, if you don't know what NFTs are, I'm going to assume you do know what NFTs are. So I'm not going to actually explain what they are, how they work, and all that sort of stuff. But essentially, just a quick rundown is it's digital art, and you can buy and sell it on a website called OpenSea. Okay, so you can go to OpenSea, you can have a look. There's all sorts of like digital art, there's videos, there's images, all sorts of crazy stuff. You can really go down a rabbit hole researching this stuff. Now, there's two things you can do. You can buy and sell NFTs, or you can do something called minting NFTs. So when you go and actually do research on what NFTs are and how they work, make sure you understand selling, buying, and minting. Okay, but yeah, we use this website called OpenSea. So what we're going to do in this video, remember, this is about how I made money every single day. I don't know if you're going to make money. NFTs are extremely risky, so it's really up to you. You need to do your research. So we're going to do this in steps, okay? So step number one is you want to find a few projects that are launching soon and just watch them. Don't just jump into NFTs, flipping NFTs, because you will get smoked. Essentially, you will lose money if you haven't watched patterns. So what you want to do is you want to watch patterns on current projects. Okay, so what I recommend you do is to start all this is you go to a website called rarity.tools, and you go to the upcoming section, and you go down and you see what projects are coming up soon, and you can go into the Discords and you can follow them on Twitter and just see how the launches go. And then after the launches, see how the prices fluctuate, see who's selling, who's buying. Just do this for like a couple of weeks. This is what I did, and just see what's going on in the market. Don't just jump into NFTs, start trying to flip them without knowing what you're doing, okay? Well, without knowing how this type of stuff works. So let's get into the steps on how I made this money, okay? So you could essentially go and copy what I did. So step number two is you can flip most NFTs for a good profit, but to maximize, you want to try and find an NFT that has a whitelist, pre-sale, and a reveal. So essentially what a reveal is this is one that I did recently. This isn't my NFT here, but a reveal is when you mint an NFT or you buy one and it's just a blank image for now. Everyone has the same image, a placeholder image, okay? And then they actually reveal the NFT at a later date. You can make real good money with this because it builds a lot of hype. Let me kind of explain how that works. So step number two is you can do what we call, so this is probably a real good quick way to make money, but it's going to be hard for you to do this. This is called the whitelist sale. So actually, let's just kind of step back a bit here. So this is kind of how an NFT works. They have these specific stages of what we call minting. So they got usually they have the whitelist sale. Now these numbers are not correct. They're just based off stuff I've seen. And usually 48 hours later, they'll have a public mint. A public sale. Then they will usually, after that, 24 hours, 38 hours, 48 hours, I've seen 7 days, they will then reveal the NFT, okay? So to figure out the timelines, what you want to do is you want to come here and you want to find a project that you're interested in that's upcoming soon and go to the Discord. Once you're in the Discord, you want to go to so this is the Crypto Dads one. You want to go to the announcements section, and they're usually going to have a timeline. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to find it in this video because there's a lot of stuff in here right now, but they're going to have a timeline. Okay, right. So the pre-sale is on September the 7th. It's already been. And then the public launch is 3 days later. So you want to have the timeline. The further apart the pre-sale and the public launch is, the better, because you can actually make more money. Okay. Now, you could try and get on the pre-sale list, but it's nearly impossible because there's only a few spots. If you want to know how to get on the pre-sale list, usually somewhere in the Discord, they have instructions on how to do that. I don't bother doing it because I never get on them. It's a waste of time for me because I have better things to do than trying to get on a pre-list. Now, if you can get onto the pre-sale list, we'll talk about that in a second. You can make some good money. So anyway, now let's go down to step 3. So you can try to get on the pre-sale list, and what this means is, so most of the time you won't even get on there. But if you do manage to get on this list, they will let a certain amount of people, a small amount of people, mint the NFTs before anybody else. Now, the good thing about this is, if you don't know what minting NFTs are, go and research that, okay? But the best thing about this is it's low gas fees. You don't have to worry about high gas fees. And you can mint them cheap, and you can usually sell them on the open market instantly for a 2 to 4 times profit. That's kind of what I've been seeing happening in the market, okay? Because you've minted them on the pre-list, there's other people that want to get their hands on this, but they aren't on the pre-sale list. They will usually buy it for like 2 times plus on the open market, okay? So if you can do this, this is the best way to make money quickly with NFTs, okay? But I don't mess with any of this, so this is up to you. I don't even bother trying to get on the pre-sale list. Okay, I got better things to do, like playing Xbox and stuff. So anyway, let's start getting into what I do to make good money with this. Step number 4. So a few hours after the pre-list mint, the floor price is going to slowly drop down, because what happens is all these people that have, the small amounts of people that have minted on the pre-list, a lot of them want to sell off and make some money, okay? So the price hasn't really been set yet because these are new to the market, but usually you will get them a lot cheaper than what the public sale is going to be. So anyway, and remember, these are unrevealed yet, okay? So you can pick up these unrevealed NFTs at a good price, and you'll be buying off people who were on the whitelist as they slowly offload and they keep undercutting each other. Now, it's all about timing, okay? You need to find out kind of where the bottom of the floor is. Don't just go and buy straight away. You want to wait a few hours, because what people do who are on the pre-sale list, they're going to try and sell for as high as they can. When they realize people are not buying, they're going to go lower and lower and lower and lower. Now, the best way to kind of indicate should you be buying is you want to go to the place on OpenSea, the NFT, and you want to click up here, and you want to go to the activity, okay? So if the whitelist is done and people are listing and there's lots of sales going on, that means that there's a lot of interest, but you still kind of want to wait a little bit. If there's no sales going on and the NFTs have been listed at a higher price, they're going to start dropping down pretty quickly, okay? So just wait. Just wait until you can pick one up. Now, once you do that, okay, the good thing about that is low gas fees. You don't have to mess with the big gas wars that are coming up. We'll talk about that soon. You can usually pick up a good floor price and then flip for 2 times or more when the public sale is coming up. We'll talk about that in a second. But basically, what happens is a few hours before the public sale happens, okay, whether it's 2 days later or a day later, people realize that they're going to get into big gas wars. So when the public one happens, there's so many people trying to buy, the fees are outrageous, sometimes thousands of dollars. So people don't bother with that and they want to buy beforehand. So what happens is they end up buying off the open market. So the price starts to increase later on. So if you can buy it for a good price after the pre-mint, you can then resell a few days later or 10, 20 hours later, whenever the public one comes up, you can sell to people who don't want to do the public mint for a good price, and the floor price starts to go up. Okay, so that's how you're flipping them. They don't mind paying a premium because they know gas fees will be a lot on the public mint. For example, today I was watching one and the floor price before the mint. So the floor price is the lowest people are paying right now. Okay, so the floor price before the mint was 1.5 Ethereum. To mint one at launch, it was 3 Ethereum with the gas fees. Okay, so that's why people are willing to buy for 1.5 Ethereum on the open market before the public launch. So for example, if a day before the floor was like 1 Ethereum, and then it went up to 1.5 Ethereum before the public launch, you've made 0.5 Ethereum in 1 day. Okay, so that's like a couple of, well, $1,500 or something in 1 day. Okay, so that's kind of, and this is probably hard to understand, but this is what I'm doing. Okay, I'm essentially buying and flipping at the right times. Okay, but you need to watch a few projects first to understand and see the patterns. So now step number 6 is we're essentially coming up to, so we've done the pre-sale, we've bought on the market after the pre-sale, we've resold. The public minting's coming up, and maybe we've resold some and made a profit. Now, this is where it comes to the public minting. Now, I don't bother with this, and I'll explain to you why in a second. So I don't bother trying to mint on the public mint. Chances of you getting anything are slim, and you will probably lose your gas fees. So what happens is in the public mint, they'll have like 5,000 NFTs, and they might have 40,000 people trying to buy them. I have seen gas fees $5,000 plus. $2,000 plus, $3,000 plus, and you could actually lose these fees if the transaction doesn't go through. So it's way too risky, especially if you're new to NFTs, okay? You can actually make a lot more money if you don't mess with the public minting, and you just make money buying and flipping at the right times, okay? So you pretty much want to start to repeat what you've done before. So what will happen is, as anyone who did the public minting, and remember, there's different stages, right? So like I said on this one, we have, we find it before. So we have this one here, we had the pre-sale, and then I did make some money on Crypto Dads, by the way. And then I had 3 days to buy and flip before the public launch. And then today I actually made $1,000 on this one, because right before the public launch, I'd actually bought a Crypto Dad a few days ago, or just after the pre-sale, I think it was for 0.2 Ethereum, I think it was. And then today I sold it for 0.7, okay? So I made like over $1,000 from that one, okay? So that was a good flip that I did today. One good flip, $1,000 done and dusted. But it's all about the right timing. So let's get back on track here. So you pretty much want to repeat the process, okay? So essentially, what happens is when the public minting happens, is going to be whales or people with a lot of money, and they're going to mint a lot, and they're going to start offloading them on the market. Now, even though they're going to be paying high gas fees, they usually buy enough NFTs to have a low average gas fee, and they start selling them off on the market. So this is where you can make some good money, okay? Let me just go through here. So what will happen is anyone who did the public minting and minted a lot of NFTs will sell them off. You can sometimes pick up for cheap on the open market again. So this is the open market right here, okay? And this is the floor market and things like that. So this is actually Crypto Dads here. And if you don't know what minting is, essentially you go to the website on the day and you can mint them, and they get sent to your OpenSea account, okay? People think minting is the best way to do it and all this sort of stuff. It sometimes isn't the best way to do it in most cases. This is Crypto Dads right here. We'll come back to this in a second. You've got to remember that when the public mint is happening, that the NFT still isn't revealed yet, okay? So no one knows what they're getting. So there's still money to make. So what happens is these guys sell off at a cheap price after the public mint, and then you can go and buy them. They haven't been revealed yet. Now, when the big money is getting made is when the actual reveal is happening, okay? So remember that these are not revealed yet. So you can go and pick some up for cheap on the market once they're minting. Now, this is where the big money is made. This is where you can make good money. If you manage to pick up some for cheap along the way, then you can do well here, okay? So essentially 3 or 4 hours before the reveal. So these are Crypto Dads, okay? They've already been revealed, but this is what they look like before the reveal. These little videos here. This is where you can make the big money, okay? So you want to go into the Discord, and you want to go into of whatever NFT you're doing. And now they've already been revealed, but about 2 to 3 hours before the reveal, the Discords go crazy, and people start to realize, I missed out on the minting. I still haven't bought any on the secondary market, and they're getting revealed soon. So people start buying up like crazy, and the price usually starts to go really, really high. So what you want to be doing is you should have already been buying NFTs before this when they were low, before this stage. But essentially 2 to 3 hours before the reveal, sales on the open market will start to pick up again, and anyone who missed out on the public mint will start buying off the open market. You can usually 2x your money here, sometimes even more. All you've got to do before the launch is go to the the sales, the activity, these will be blowing up, okay? Because people will be trying to buy it before the reveal. So if you have multiple unrevealed NFTs, you could essentially sell them for a good profit, okay? You could flip them, okay? Now, this is probably really hard to understand because it's like you really need to watch other projects for a while to see how this all works. But this is how I do it. And then the last bit is where you can either make really, really good money. I'm talking like 10x. You can make 10x doing this, so listen carefully. After the reveal happens, the price always drops big time, okay? So if we look at crypto dads, they're this is actually glitched out. So this one's actually glitched out, but they're around about 0.25 right now to buy. These were like 0.6 before the reveal, 0.8, 0.7. They've dropped like 4 or 5 times, okay? The reason is because after the reveal, everyone starts offloading their NFTs to get some Ethereum back, so they can use it for other projects or to buy rare ones. Because what happens is when the reveal happens, all these people realize, hey, I've got NFTs that are not rare. I'm just going to start offloading them to get my money back. And some people, I don't know why, like this guy here, look, so this guy here, this one's sold last for 0.35. So he purchased it for 0.35 Ethereum. It wouldn't have been revealed at the time. And he's now selling it for 0.289. So he's making a loss. So there's all these people that are dumping on the market, dumping and dumping. But what you got to realize is a lot of people dump rare NFTs and they don't even realize it. So this is what you want to be picking up, okay? There's a good chance you could pick up some rare NFTs. And I'm talking like you could pick up rare NFTs for 0.289 and sell it for 1 Ethereum. You can make like 10 times, 5 times. So what you want to do is you want to go to a website called Nifty River and go to Rarity and go to Crypto Dads or whatever one you're involved in. And you want to start throwing in some numbers here. So I might go, hey, this one here looks kind of cool, right? So it could be rare. So 4012, I'm going to go here. I'm going to put in 4012 and apply. And this is a rarity of 767. The rarity number is 3,952 out of 10,000. You probably want to be like 1,000 below if you get a real rare one. But you can actually see how rare they are, right? Now, this is actually not a bad deal, to be honest. But anyway, you just go through and you just find ones that you think that look really, really rare for a good price. And you go to the Nifty River and you put them in. We'll do it one more time. Let's just do this one. I don't think this is rare, but 9003. This one's not that rare at all. So what you want to be doing at this point is when you're finding rare ones, and you can usually flip them straight away. So if we go down here, there was some. So this one sold for 1 Ethereum. This one sold for, there was another one down here that sold for 2, I think. This one sold for 7 Ethereum. 7 Ethereum. So this one here, 8334. Okay, so this is number 5. You're probably not going to find a number 5 on the market to buy for cheap, but either way, that one sold for 7 Ethereum. Okay, so even if you can find a semi-rare one for like 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, and this does happen, this is where everyone starts to offload. You can find some really good rare ones you could flip for 1 Ethereum, 2 Ethereum, 3 Ethereum. You could easily 10x your money here if you know what you're doing, but you have to be on the ball. You have to be constantly looking. This one sold for 1 Ethereum. This one sold for 1 Ethereum as well. So you have to be on the ball. So this is where you can make some good money as well. Now, 2 things are going to happen here. You can find some rares and you can resell them, but potentially you also, if they're cheap enough, you could potentially look at picking up some not so rare ones, because once all the paper hands sell out and the price kind of stabilizes, it usually starts to go up a little bit over time. It might go up by, I don't know, 1 times, 2 times, whatever, but it does go up a little bit usually over time, and you could make some money even if they're not rare ones. So it's all about timing, guys, okay? You want to essentially buy NFTs when people are selling for cheap and they're trying to get out of it or whatever they're doing, and then you want to sell at a higher price when the hype is up for the launches. So the main things you want to be worrying about with the launches is you want to be buying after the pre-sale. So when the public sale comes up, people want to buy because they're scared they're going to miss out on the public sale. And once the public sale is done, right, people offload for cheap, and you can usually pick them up. And then what you can do is you can resell them again for a higher price, before the reveal, okay? And then after the reveal, you can pick up cheap ones and you know what they look like and you can check the rarities and then you can resell them again. So it's all about timing, and there's like those 3 stages. All right, guys, so that's how I go out and flip NFTs right now. That's what I've been doing. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want some more free videos, that I will leave some up on the screen right now. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, tap that notification bell, and I'll see you in one of the videos on the right.